Alright, let me tell you something that's been gnawing at me since I watched The Rivals of Amziah King. Matthew McConaughey hasn't been in a real movie for 6 years. 6 years. And here we are, watching him play a honey-making outlaw in rural Oklahoma. And I'm like, wait, this is actually happening? It's wild how much we take these actors for granted until they vanish for a while. McConaughey's got that effortless charm, the kind that makes you think he's just a guy who happened to stumble into a camera. But this film? It's like he's been waiting to do something like this his whole career. The opening scene alone, him jamming with friends, playing roots rock in the middle of nowhere, it's not just a scene, it's a statement. This isn't some glossy Hollywood thing. It's raw, it's real, and it's exactly what we need in a world that's way too polished. Now, here's the thing. McConaughey's Amziah is the kind of character that makes you want to move to Oklahoma. He's the guy who fixes your car, lends you money, and somehow still has time to make honey. But this isn't just a feel-good story about a lovable rogue. The real star here is Angelina LookingGlass as Kateri. She's not some psychic. She's the engine of this movie. Think about it. She's returning to her former foster dad after losing her mother, only to find out the state took her away because he was a single father. That's not just a plot point. It's a gut-punch commentary on how society treats people who don't fit into neat little boxes. And then she's thrust into this honey business that's way more cutthroat than you'd expect. It's like The Godfather meets The Natural, but with bees. What makes this really interesting is how Kateri evolves from a vulnerable girl to someone who is willing to fight dirty. It's not just about survival. It's about reclaiming her voice in a world that tried to silence her. And let's talk about the villain here. Kurt Russell shows up as this affable businessman who's basically the anti-Amziah. He's got the smile, the charm, but his methods? Total chaos. It's a classic good versus evil setup, but the film doesn't let you sit comfortably in that dichotomy. Russell's character isn't just evil. He's a product of a system that rewards greed over community. That's what I love about this movie. It doesn't just paint the bad guy as a monster. It shows how the system itself is the real antagonist. One thing that immediately stands out is how the film uses the rural Oklahoma setting not just as a backdrop, but as a character. These people aren't just backwoods. They're a tight-knit family, and the way they welcome Kateri into their fold feels authentic. It's not a cliché small-town trope. It's a celebration of people who stick together when the world tries to tear them apart. But here's the kicker. The film's second half takes a dark turn that I didn't see coming. Kateri's angelic smile hides a fire that's been smoldering since the beginning. She's not just learning to make honey. She's learning to survive in a world that's never given her a fair shot. What many people don't realize is that this isn't just a story about a honey business. It's a metaphor for resilience. Kateri's journey is about reclaiming power, and the way the film handles her transformation is both brutal and beautiful. It's not a redemption arc, it's a reclamation arc. And if you take a step back and think about it, this movie is a masterclass in balancing heart and grit. It's not just McConaughey's best role in years. It's a reminder that storytelling can still be messy, unpredictable, and deeply human. So here's my question. When was the last time you saw a movie that made you feel like you were part of the story? Because The Rivals of Amziah King might just be that movie.